Hi, I'm Kane County Chronicle sports editor Jay Schwab, along with sports reporter Kevin Drewley, and we're here for a spring postseason preview edition of Preps Insider. Right now we're going to talk about the softball postseason, and Kevin, St. Charles East and St. Charles North were battling it out for the conference title, and North ended up winning that battle, beating East twice late in the season. But I guess the irony of it is St. Charles East is still the number one seed in the sectional that they're playing in. So by seeding, St. Charles East is favored to go deeper in the postseason, but North seems to be, at least head-to-head, the hotter team. How do you size up the St. Charles team's prospects for some fun here this postseason?
Well, yeah, I think there will be some fun. It's kind of similar to last year where weather or the schedule kind of pushed them to play twice late in the regular season, and then they met in that case it was in a regional at North. In this case it might be a sectional at East. But yeah, absolutely, I think they're kind of targeted for a crash course, and just kind of the way the seeding meetings fell. I don't know how many coaches knew of the result the night before that North had beaten East in 5 innings. Their most recent meeting was a lot closer, and East had the lead on that to the 7th, and North rallied for some runs. But I don't think it's necessarily anything psychological with East. They've got a lot of good pieces and veterans and young girls who have stepped up, and Coach Haran was saying afterward that we know what we have to do, and the next day they hosted DeKalb, a pretty good team, and won by a run, and they had Wheaton South coming in as well. So I don't think they're necessarily snake bitten, and they have what it takes to give North a push, but certainly North in recent seasons has more of that edge. So anything can happen, not to use the cliche we're often told, but it is the postseason. We've seen some teams make runs that have struggled in the regular season, so I think it'll be a good one, and obviously not guaranteeing it'll happen, but it looks like it's a definite possibility.
Yeah, some other good teams for both of those St. Charles teams to contend with in that sectional. Also, elsewhere in 4A, Batavia and Geneva will both be kind of hunting some upsets. Batavia hosting a regional here. They've had a very rough season here, and Geneva's been they've hit the ball pretty decently, and could be a threat maybe to pull an upset. But certainly both those teams have steeper postseason hills to climb. In 3A though, man, it's been a bonanza. Some of our area teams are just having lights out seasons. Teams like Canelan, Burlington Central, St. Francis, all conference champion type teams that you would figure would be in good shape to go pretty deep in the 3A draw. What do you think about some of those teams? Sure,
certainly, like you say, yeah, and all have had success in their respective conferences, and Burlington Central definitely encountering more adversity with Angie Morrow, the Wisconsin recruit, going down early in the season, and have had a lot of kids step up. I know obviously they aren't going to be like that all throughout the postseason. I mean, they've beaten strong teams. They've got 25 wins for a reason, but you certainly really open your mouth wide at a lot of those things they did to the lesser teams. I think they hit Harvard twice and struck out something like 35 or 38 of a possible 42 batters and things like that. So they've definitely got the firepower. St. Francis has St. Charles pitcher and coach, father-son tandem, the Remuses, Maggie pitching and Ralph coaching, and they're hosting a regional, and hope that's a springboard for them to go deeper than they have recently. And Canelan also, they've repeated as conference champions, have a lot of that core back from last year's team that got to the sectional. So certainly all across the board, a lot of those teams have big aspirations, and I think that they're warranted, and see how they can go.
Thanks for joining us as we look ahead to the softball postseason. We'll see if any of our area teams can make it down to East Peoria for state.